Among those steps, we created and expanded the Renewable Fuel Standard under the Clean Air Act. Our goals included providing new economic opportunity for our farmers, while also lowering our dependence on foreign oil and reducing greenhouse gas emissions from the fuel we burn in our cars and our trucks and vans. Since the implementation of the program, we've come a long way toward achieving our goals. Economic growth in agricultural communities has expanded, and our fuels have become significantly cleaner than they were 2 decades ago. In fact, the Renewable Fuel Standard presents economic and energy opportunities for people in Delaware and every other state to seize. Like many of our colleagues on this committee, I still support the goals of the Renewable Fuel Standard. Having said that, there have been a number of challenges when it comes to the implementation of the program, as we know. For example, the amount of advanced renewable fuels used today in this country is far less than 36 billion gallons that Congress and the President mandated in 2007 to be used by 2022. That shortfall is partly due to unforeseen market challenges, and it's partly due to EPA's delay in approving new fuels to enter the marketplace. But make no mistake, advanced renewable fuels are being produced that have the potential to replace gasoline, diesel, and jet fuels on a gallon-for-gallon basis in today's combustion engines with no loss of performance. Many of these advanced fuels have already been approved for use in state renewable fuel programs in states like Oregon. However, EPA has been slow to make decisions on new advanced biofuel applications and pathways for usage. At the same time, the Clean Air Act prohibits some of the advanced renewable fuels that qualify for state programs from qualifying as renewable fuel under the federal program. We must find better ways to allow new advanced renewable fuels to qualify for the Renewable Fuel Standard. And doing so would be good for our environment. It would help refineries meet their obligations and further support a growing domestic biofuel industry. Another challenge in implementing the Renewable Fuel Standard is the volatility in compliance costs for refineries. Years of mismanagement under the previous administration, coupled with the unexpected changes in both fuel supply and demand caused by the pandemic, have collectively wreaked havoc on the program's compliance market, known as the RIN market, R-I-N market. What is the RIN market? EPA tracks compliance with the Renewable Fuel Standard by using tradable credits referred to as a Renewable Identification Number, or RINs. Refiners and importers can generate RINs either by blending biofuels into fuel or by purchasing RINs from another party through what is known as the RIN market. The huge price swings in RIN costs from 30 cents to almost $2 per gallon of renewable fuel in less than 2 years have created financial uncertainty for just about everybody, especially those who are required to comply with the Renewable Fuel Standard. That, in turn, has made it extremely difficult for obligated parties to make forward-thinking investments in producing cleaner fuels. I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. We must, excuse me, we must help reduce the volatility in compliance costs for this program to be successful. As recovering governor, when exploring ways to improve federal policies, I oftentimes look to see what's working in our states, the laboratories of democracy, and see if we can replicate some of them. Many states like California, like Oregon, have implemented technology-neutral low-carbon fuel standards. And these standards have successfully advanced cleaner fuel usage, kept consumer and compliance costs low, all while fostering local clean fuel investments and job creation. As we will hear today, these state programs have fuel flexibilities, long-term predictability, and cost containment provisions that are not included in the Renewable Fuel Standard today, but maybe they should be. In closing, as one of the strongest supporters of electric vehicles in the Senate, I know it's important to remember that we aren't yet in a post-liquid fuel world. We must retain our domestic capabilities to produce and refine the motor vehicle fuels that power our lives while also ensuring that these fuels are as clean as possible in order to meet our climate goal. And we look forward to hearing from our witnesses today, but before we do that, let me turn to Senator Capito, who's off of the DL, off the disabled list, after a very brief stay there. Happy you're back and looking great. You're recognized for your opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.